Welcome back. So this is part 2 of a 3-part video on how to set up ads for online clothing boutiques. So in this video we'll be doing some targeting options, showing you different options you have as far as targeting. So if you're serving the United States, you'll leave location United States. Age you can leave wide open, or you can edit this age to fit your demographic if you know that information. Gender, obviously go with whatever genders that you sell clothing to. Now you have a few different options with targeting. So let's say we wanted to target multiple interests at once. I would personally split them up. So that would look something like, let's say we go with clothing. Then hit suggestions. Then Facebook is going to give you some other related interests that you could potentially target to get someone to purchase your clothing. So let's go with online shopping. So what we would do here is click these 3 dots, then duplicate, then hit this blue button. Now we have just created a new ad set, and every ad set, since we didn't do online shopping, every ad set will add a new budget. So if our goal is to only spend, let's say $5 per day, and we're doing 2 ad sets, then our budget would be $250. So we have one ad set with a $250 budget, and we have our second ad set with a $250 budget to spend a total of $5. So this is how you would target multiple interests, but keeping and also having separate budgets. So the targeting for this we use is clothing, and I also like to name the ad sets whatever the targeting is. So I'm going to go a little bit more detail with the targeting and some options you can use. So keep in mind, or take a look at this right side. We have an audience size of 71 million people potentially, and that's a pretty big audience, especially at a $2 per day budget. It's definitely going to take a long time to come through that audience. So what we can do is narrow this audience and get a little bit more specific about who we want our ads to show to. So imagine if you have a clothing brand, and I'm going to say, let's say you want to target people who will potentially spend a little bit more money or maybe have a higher income. So you can narrow this by luxury goods. And the definition of luxury goods is people who have expressed interest or like page related to luxury goods. So we can assume that people within this audience have a higher income. We're just speculating. So notice our audience size has shrunk to about 45 million people. And we could narrow this even further. We can go with engaged shoppers. And the definition of engaged shoppers are people who have clicked the call to action button shop now in the past week. So in the last 7 days, these people have actually clicked on the shop now button. So we know they could be potential buyers. So now we have an audience size of 26 million people. So notice every time we layer another interest on top, we get a smaller audience. So basically what you want to do is come in here and play with this and try to get as specific as possible to the type of people you want to show your ads to. The more specific you can get, the more likely you are to convert the viewer of your ad. Just make sure you don't make your audience size too small where it's costing you more money to show your ads to such a small audience. But I think 26 million is pretty good for clothing. This is a big interest, so it's going to be a lot of people in it regardless. So that wraps up this video. Check out the next video. It should be popping up on the screen. We're going to cover the actual ads itself, and I'll be showing you where to get ideas from as far as ad content if you don't know what you should be posting. So see you in the next video.